Okay, welcome to Diabolical Darts, general election night 2024. We're going to determine this general election, the outcome, using darts and a dartboard. First past the post system, so it will be weighted. This ridiculous voting electoral system, it will be weighted accordingly. So first up, with only one dart, it's the Monster Raving Loony Party. Guess what? Highest score wins the keys to number 10 Downing Street. Monster Raving Loony Party. Well, it is one. They have only scored one. Okay, well, they haven't got any chance of winning whatsoever. And so now it's the Green Party. Only 2 darts for the Green Party. Not a minority fringe, but very much a minority party. But they've only got one to beat. 5. Wow, look at that dart. My goodness. Wow. Treble 19. It's 57. Well, 62 votes for the Greens. That could make things interesting shortly. Moving on to the Liberal Democrats, but the Greens, well, they've made that count with only 2 darts. 62, that's quite a powerful vote share. Next up, it's the Liberal Democrats with 3 darts. But they've got to beat 62 to have any chance at power. That's 5. 19. And 19 is 43. Well, it is very much the Greens that are holding all the cards here. Next up will be Reform UK. The Electoral Commission has deemed 3 darts for Reform UK, same as Liberal Democrat, 1 more than the Greens. This is an apolitical video. There's no leaning here whatsoever. I chose purple flights for Reform UK. It was the UKIP colours. It's obviously a different party, but it's got some of the same individuals involved, some of the same personalities. Let's go with it. Well, Ed Davey is already scripting his resignation speech after that Lib Dem performance there, but the Greens are in a real good position. The Just Stop Oil boys are on 62. So that's the target here for Nigel Farage and Richard Tice and Ben Habib of Reform UK. Let's go. 1. Wow, it's awful darts. Treble 19. Oh my goodness. It's just as good a dart as we saw from the Greens. That is a ridiculous last dart after those 2 horror shows. 57, 58, 68. It's 72. And the election swings towards Reform UK. But there's a long, long night ahead. 72 votes for Reform. And next up, it's the nationalist parties. Plaid Cymru, they're going to have 4 darts. We Scots, Welsh, we all know the truth. No one cares. But we know there's a target there at 72. Can we at long last have decent representation from Wales at Westminster? In a nationalist sense, it's not looking good. That's 25. This is disastrous. Could the treble 19 save the day again? It has. Unbelievable. Greens, terrible first dart, saved by the treble 19. Reform, terrible first 2 darts, saved by the treble 19. Well, the treble 19 constituency is having one heck of an impact on this general election. That's 76, 77, 82. So the Welsh nationalists on 82, Reform on 72, squeezing out the Greens, let's face it. And it's certainly all over for the Liberal Democrats. Next up will be the SNP. We're up to 6 starts here. We've got more constituencies and they've had quite a presence in the last term at Westminster. So they've got to see off the Plaid Cymru, the Welsh, on 72, but the big one really is getting above 62 to see off an insurgent Reform UK party that performed better than many expected. Here come the SNP, 72 to beat, with 6 starts. Treble 5, going to move downstairs to this key battleground of the treble 19. Well, what is that dart? Is that double 19? It's double nothing. It's out. That's a spoiled ballot paper. Well, 9, 22, 30, 37. I've still got 2 darts in my hand. Well, the SNP are in trouble here. Look at the treble 18. Absolute joke. 41. Centre of the board would see off Farage. It's not got the centre of the board. It's 51. So that is it 51, 19, 22, 32, 36, it's 51. So it's a bleak night for the SNP. Well, anyone that knows me will know this is no fix, because the SNP have been defeated by Reform UK in Scotland. That's not something I would necessarily want to see, but this is apolitical. The darts will dictate this general election, and Reform are still holding the cards on 72 seats, and the Welsh are up there. Greens and SNP, well, unlikely they'll be able to make a coalition, but here come the big 2. First up, it is the existing ruling party, the Conservatives. And now, do these scenes typify the folly of our first past the post electoral system? Because here come the Conservatives with an army of 15 darts. Critics are criticising the campaign. They're not all blue stems, you got different coloured stems there. It's a weary looking Tory party, but with 15 darts, they've only got to beat 72 to get into pole position ahead of the Reform. But the key is, what number can they set Labour? That's going to be the big battleground here. 15 darts, and we start off with 15. Well, that's 12, 27. And 7's 34. Well, trying to pick off this treble 19 that's been key, and it's actually flown into the double 19. Well, these are awful darts, by the way. That's the side story tonight. The subplot is just how bad the darts have been. I've lost count, so we'll count at the end. Well, we've got a defection. It's not a deflection, it's a defection. Okay, we're going to have one more go at the treble 19 Heartland. Garbage. They're going to look at treble 18. Okay, can they build from that? Oh, it's going all wrong here. It is going wrong. Look at that though, that's the treble 19. Stay there. Squeeze one more in there. No. Maybe bullseye. Well, they take the outer bull, maybe a bit of space in the 15. Wow, that's 17. Okay, well, let's count that up. There's 15 darts. Well, it's 14 darts. We had a man overboard there. Well, it's blown 72 out of the water. But with this electoral system, what chance did any of the smaller parties have? What we got then? We'll start here. 17, 20. That's 6 19s, which is 114. So that's 134. Goodness me. 2 7s. It's 14, so that'd be 148 and 16. 164. 2 18s are 36. So that would be 200. 225, 240, 252. It's 253 for the Tories, for the Conservatives. Now, I know you all want to know what Labour get. God, I've just lost count. Shit. It was 253, wasn't it? I'll look back. Yeah, 253. Right, let's get ready to welcome in the Labour candidates. Welcome back, and here we go. We're ready with Labour. Well, political commentators have been saying that Labour have run a better campaign with almost entirely red stems to match the flights. Just a couple of orange ones in there. But I'm just back from the spin room. Been chatting with Professor John Curtis, and he has stated that the Conservatives have performed a lot better than many expected there, with 253. But will that defection, that bounce out, prove key on the night? I don't know. We don't know. But they only registered 14 darts, but a couple of okay darts in there. And yeah, I believe we can now go to Sunderland for the count. Well, 253 to beat. Well, it's not going well on the red wall. 2 12s. Wow, this is not going to plan. Still early days as they move down south. Well, where are these treble 19s? Well, there was concern there that we had a defection, but it's only a flight. But I think the dart's only going into 7. Panic measures now, it's 17s. Is that a treble 17? It is. It could be key. It could be key. Wow. An absolute fluke. Double 19. Oh, this could go all the way. I'm going to look at 18s. Wow, it's garbage. There's 3 darts left in his hand. Try the centre of the board. Oh my goodness. Well, okay, I've got no idea. Totally and utterly lost count, never had count. I'll tell you what, the pollsters, I'm just hearing in my ear, pollsters are saying this is too close to call, but it could be that the Tories have held on. 253 to beat. Well, we've only got a total of 3 in the 19s. That's worrying for Labour. So that's 57. 3 7s is 21. That's 78. Wow. Take this 2, make the math easy, it's 80. 25 is 105. And 5, just trying to make the math easy, is 110. 2 12s, 24, is 134. This is well short. 138. 3 is 141. and the 18 is 159. And we've got 4 17s here, which is 68. 159. Oh, an 8 is 167, and 68 is 227. Well, extraordinary here. It is effectively a hung parliament, but with the Conservatives holding on to power as number 10. Sunak wins the election. Well, surely not. But it's a narrow, wafer-thin majority there. 253 to 227. Conservatives win the election. It will be a hung parliament with Labour, and with 72 we've got Reform as the third party in the House of Commons. Thanks for watching this election special.